Now, first of all versions of Windows come with PowerShell, but you do need to install the Azure SDK. But if you're going to do the command line, you do need to install the command line, whether it's Windows or Mac OS or any of your Linux systems, or you can even run CLI within a Docker container. No surprise there, right? So if you want to install or update CLI, you find the web page for it, and it's going to say download the installer. Then we're going to be able to use this AZ command to do all of our interactions with Azure, not just for Kubernetes. Okay, so the CLI is one way that people are using to connect to Azure besides PowerShell. So there's always usually an equivalent between PowerShell and the CLI. Okay, you can also use PowerShell to access the CLI as well. Okay. So I'm going to go through the process of installing CLI 2.0. So let's open PowerShell. We go into the Start menu, find PowerShell Desktop App, start it up. I'm going to change the font so it's a little bit easier to read here. And I'm going to go to the View Kubernetes dashboard, and I'm just going to be able to copy the commands. So the first thing we need to do is install the kube control executable into our own CLI. So the AKS install-CLI, you can see that it's telling me it downloaded kube control from the Google website. Next up, we're going to get we're going to have to update our path variable. So I'm going to go quickly in following this instructions and do that so that we don't have to do that again. I've done that, and now I'm going to paste in the get credentials. Luckily, Microsoft provides this as a copy that I can do it. I do have to log in first in order to this. So luckily, I'm already logged in. I'm able to just pick my account, and then I can just switch back to the PowerShell. You can try that command again, get credentials. And you can see that the context has been changed. So I don't need these windows anymore. Go back here. And the final command here is to open the Kubernetes dashboard, AKS browse. So I'm going to paste that in there. And we'll see that's going to actually fire up a web server. So it's basically running on my local. There's a web server component, and this is the Kubernetes dashboard. So this is nothing like what runs in Azure portal. We can see it's connected to our Azure account. We can see the deployments. We can see the services that are running, the internal IPs and the public IPs. There's a whole lot of options here in terms of watching the deployments, how long ago. We don't have any jobs running. So the Kubernetes dashboard is certainly a surprise of how robust this is. Again, it's running as a local web server that's running on 127.0.0.1. You see it's a port 8001. So pretty cool option to have a Kubernetes dashboard available as AKS browse. We can see here that it's a web server running behind the scenes.